Canon camera with Tamron lens, and it's probably not going to be any different if you had a long barrel Canon lens or Sigma. But the problem I find is if you're having to manual focus the sun or other astro body, and this is going to come up for the solar eclipse, it is very difficult to use just the manual focus ring and make sure you get the right exact spot to make sure you get the a perfect focus of the that you can, because you're either too far over or too soft. Came up with a solution using a gearing. I actually purchased from China, but I think you can get it from other sources that hopefully you can get faster than I did, because it took a while to get it. And I think you're supposed to use these for filming, like it says here, and you're supposed to use a rubber thing that see, it has the grooves you can see here, and there's supposed to be an extra part that goes with it. But what I did, and I'll show you, is I actually, after I put it on, I tie a string here and make it so that it's a little bit more of a micro focus. We'll get to it. First, let's remove the camera. I actually have a teleconverter on here, and I'll leave that. It's not going to affect. We actually have to remove the whole mount, and in order to put the gear ring on. And if you're wondering, if you some reason needed to use the autofocus while you had the gear ring on, wouldn't affect it, because this, while you're using autofocus, and I'm assuming it's just going to be the same for the Sigma or the Canon, the manual focus ring doesn't move while you're using autofocus, just the internal mechanism. But normally, if you're going to have that thing on, you have it totally manual. Put the cap on. You don't breathe on it. Comes right off. Now, it's important which way this goes on. This part here needs to go on the top, opposite of where your barrel opposite of where the yeah, I need to move it a little bit. It needs to be, so this needs to be generally around infinity. It's going to be at the top because generally that's what I'm filming. Shooting is around infinity. That's going to be around the top because this part with the screw in is going to hit the barrel. So you can't spin it all the way around. Should be good enough. Put this back on. And it's important to make sure because this can go on back on. I don't know about the other versions of the barrel lenses, but it can go on. I know I've put it on backwards before. There it is. Gotta line it up. The little white marks. Tighten it up. Now I gotta get out my kit. This is up just ever so slight. I want it very tight. There's an Allen wrench from here. Now, if you do something like this, just don't kill your gill ring. Don't kill your gear ring. Over tight. Just want a little bit of enough pressure. Now already you have something a little bit more to grab onto. And I already forgot to put the string through. All right, first I'm going to put the string through. Use the string to pull one way or the other for changing the focus. You'll see what I mean later. So the string is I can change the focus even with my hands down below. I can move the focus just a little bit. I can say I'm going to be watching a monitor. See, that's the idea. So now I'm going to attach it to my makeshift tripod here. So pretend that I'm taking shots. And see, I can just ever so slightly move that focus ring one way or the other, just by tugging on that. And I can even be looking at a monitor on the ground. Might help somebody. Well, it's a poor man's way to do this, but with a barrel lens, but it's the way I decided to do it.